And now, obviously, it's the moment everyone's been waiting for, where Ellie finally gives us her review of American Psycho.
I had a realisation, Liam, today at work, as I sat there doing work. I thought to myself, I was like, God, why can I not just read American Psycho? It's holding up everything. I've got so many books that I want to read.
Yep.
And I had this moment of pure clarity, and I realised that you have successfully killed my reading. I let you do suggestions. I caved in. I said, fine, the reviews need to be better. That's fine. I'll do it. I'll review stuff you want me to. And look what you fucking did, Liam.
I managed to get rid of
You
my
did
least
two
favourite
books.
part of the show.
What? You've genuinely ruined a chunk of my life.
Just because I didn't enjoy
You
hearing
suggested
your book
American Psycho.
reviews.
Yeah, you didn't like my book reviews, suggested American Psycho, and you've successfully ruined reading for me.
I really wish I could be like, that was all part of my master plan.
I know it wasn't, is the thing.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't.
I really
so I'm not,
wish
I
I'd
can't
had
be
it thought
angry
out.
at you.
The thing, and it's not even me, like, Gibbo wants your thoughts on it as well.
I don't think he does. I think Gibbo would be more interested in my thoughts on the third book in the Bobiverse, which I was reading them when they came out.
Don't give a fuck. Gibbo has asked you for your thoughts on American Psycho. I've asked you.
I've told everyone my thoughts on American Psycho. It's really boring.
I don't understand how you can say that though, because it's not. Like,
When was the last time you read it?
Years ago, but
Exactly.
I remember, and I think I even said to you when I said it to you, yeah, there's a couple of chapters where they're just like music reviews and they're a bit boring, and you skip those chapters anyway, right?
No, I didn't. I read the chapter. I just read that
Skim
chapter.
it, yeah, exactly.
I didn't skip the chapter.
Yeah,
Get off your fucking high horse, mate.
but like I very distinctly remember everything else being just like horrific and amazing because of it.
Well, you're incorrect. I've not gotten to any horrific stuff yet. And I'm
Well, maybe that's why you need to keep reading it.
One horrific scene, and I'm 50% through.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's a scene I so distinctly remember.
I might just stop reading it.
I don't understand why you can't just like force yourself to finish it.
Because it's so boring.
But just like if you were just to go, okay, every night I'm going to do half an hour of it, you'd have been done.
I could be doing other
ages
stuff.
ago.
I don't want reading to be a chore, which it's becoming because of American Psycho.
Yeah, but it might get better.
I don't trust you.
It might get better.
I don't believe you.
There's just one bit that I really want you to get to because I want your thoughts
exactly.
on
See,
it.
this is what I mean.
But I can't remember where it is. It might be like literally the next chapter for all we know. You'll know it as soon as you read it as well. So come on, just get on with it. Just why don't you break it down and be like, right, by the next time we record,
No, I'm not setting myself any goals with it.
I'd
'cause
have
that's
read
failed
one
in the
chapter.
past. I also, Liam, went to the cinema.
Yeah.
I saw Jumanji 2.
Welcome to the jungle.
Indeed. It's good.
Why didn't they
you've
call
already-
it Welcome to the Jumanji Jungle?
Because that doesn't then let them play the Welcome to the Jungle song at the end.
Yeah, true.
I think you've already spoken about Jumanji on here.
Yeah. We went to an
So I'm probably not going to do too much, but it's genuinely a really good film. Like, makes you laugh.
Yeah.
It's just a all-round good film.
Well,
So-
I think I might have mentioned this when I was discussing it, but I remember seeing a lot of people get real like sniffy about it before even watching it, like just judging it off the trailer, being like, "Oh, how could they ruin the original by doing this?" And I've actually seen those same people on Twitter be like, "Yeah, so I went to see Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle and it was actually really good fun." And I'm just like, it's that
not-
sort of person I just want to fucking slap.
It's like so. What I was saying before was not they've ruined Jumanji because that is stupid.
Yeah.
But like from the trailer, I had said I don't think this is going to be a good sequel to Jumanji.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to love the film, which is how I feel. Like this film didn't need to be in the Jumanji universe. No, as in like you. I'm not saying that as in like I'd rather it wasn't. I'm saying like if you took out the references to Jumanji in it, this film would still work.
It would, but so my only like counter to that is, do you see why it is in the Jumanji universe though?
Oh yeah. No, and I know what your argument was when we
Yeah.
talked about it, which was that like
It's so similar. You might
said
as well.
yeah. But then like I don't know if that argument works because people made that Zathura film, which is just Jumanji but in space.
But that was based off of a story by the same person that wrote the original Jumanji story, so it is like sort of linked.
But then okay, well if they're linked and in the same universe, then Jumanji 2 makes even less sense, right?
I haven't seen Zahura or whatever it's called.
It's literally when I said it's like Jumanji but in space, I genuinely meant that.
Yeah,
It's
all
literally
I
the
know
film Jumanji,
is
but with
it's.
space.
I think it's based off of. I don't know if it's the same story or if the author did two different stories, but I know that there's some tie with the author of Jumanji there.
Fair enough. But yeah, that's not an insult, me saying I don't think it needs to be part of, I don't think it's a good sequel to Jumanji. I genuinely don't. I don't think it's a good sequel to Jumanji, but I think it's a really good film, and I think everyone should go and watch it because you'll have a good time.
Would you want to see a third Jumanji?
Not particularly.
No.
Like, there's nothing in this film that made me go, I hope they do a sequel to this.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I did leave, and I was like, I wonder what they would do if they left the same amount of time. Like, would we get a VR version, which would just make no sense, because the people would just assume they're still in VR.
Yeah, like, how long was left? Was it 20 years?
Was it?
Just under 20 years, maybe? Like, so what, Jumanji was late 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, yeah, another 20 years. Who knows what could happen?
Imagine if gaming gets to the point where you do feel like you're in the world, so then they make another one, and it's just the board game Jumanji sort of failing at its task, because it's like...
No, what if it's meta? If it's VR, it makes you think you're in Jumanji.
That would be good if VR ever gets to that point.
Yeah.
A Jumanji VR game where you get sucked into the game.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And then if it's so realistic, you'd actually know if you're actually sucked into the game or if you're just experiencing like a story.
Yeah.
Out of 5?
Probably a 3.5.
Absolutely fair. I think we agree with that one.
Yeah. That's all my housekeeping. Have you got anything?
That's not housekeeping.
Oh my god, that's all my... It's because this section doesn't have a concrete title.
It's just reviews of shit.
That's reviews of shit. That's a good title for it.
There we go.
We've finished reviews and shit.